to go see the return of Vampire Weekend. They're on the Only God Was Above Us tour. Special guest, Cults. Great band. The bulk of the Vampire Weekend tour, they're kind of rotating their support acts. Here in Cleveland, we get Cults, which is awesome. It's going to happen at Blossom on Thursday, September the 19th. It's a ways away, but you'll have the tickets in your grubby little mitts. LiveNation.com has got whatever info you need. I've got this pair for you. Caller 10. You're going to Vampire Weekend in the fall. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Our live stream is now Scratch and Sniff, in that you can scratch the screen and then sniff your fingers. Yeah, the Alan Cox Show.
100.7
WMMS.
No Cavs basketball tonight. They are en route between Chicago and Detroit. Oh, such a long trip. But they lost at the United Center last night. And so they'll play the Pistons in Detroit. No better way to get over a loss than by playing the Detroit Pistons. That'll make you feel like you're 18 again. But we'll see what happens. That'll be tomorrow night. That's a 7 o'clock tip. Here on MMS 6:30, when we roll out is when the pregame coverage will begin. Mary Santora will be live in here tomorrow for the Bill Squire Friday Get Down.
Yeah, that's a whole. I'm actually flying home just for that.
It had occurred to me that one element of it being great, had Bill not won the Polar Blast, was that he would have had to have partaken in the one-chip challenge that Mary and Cody and I will be doing next Friday, is that he would have to have done a get down with a torched throat.
Oh, yeah.
And that would have been, I don't know. I don't know what would have happened.
I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, we won't find out. We'll never know.
Because I won.
Yeah, because he did win. So that'll be next Friday. We will do that. And it will also be the return of Dr. Ryan Berglund next Friday. Mary will be here next Friday, too. And Dr. Ryan Berglund will be here for our next installment of Is It Red? Now, if you are new-ish to the program, he joins us a few times a year. He's a surgical urologist at the Cleveland Clinic. He's at the top of his game. Very good at what he does. And so guys will call and email and text with questions about something unfortunate happening in their nether regions. That's his bread and butter. Extra points if he examines you and it looks like bread and butter. But next Friday, he'll be here to answer your questions. So you can email them to me. We'll take your calls live. You can text them. Of course, always on condition of anonymity, if that's something that you need. We're not looking to unnecessarily embarrass anyone. But some guys lean right into it.
Yeah, some guys.
Hey, it's Frank Johnson from Medina, and mine's at a 90-degree angle, and it drips fuchsia. Is there a problem with that?
I emailed pictures.
Yeah. Did you get them? They were extra high def.
Caught in 4K.
we were talking about Nub City earlier, and somebody texted, I lost my hand. I didn't get $1 million. So I don't know what they get. Somebody else texted me and said a guy where he works lost 3.5 fingers on one hand and got $71,000. But again, I don't know if that's insurance money or if that's like that would be the company's insurance money, but they have to determine what's a finger worth. It's a foot or a toe.
I think it depends on what you do. Your fingers are worth more money based on your profession.
Not necessarily just.
If I lost a finger,
just profession, because
Well, if
My
you're talking
fingers do-
insurance, no. If you're talking insurance, you can't be like, but I like a light touch. I'm really good at light touching. They're not going to give you more money for that.
They might.
But I'm saying, like, if you work in radio, you don't really, like what we do, we're not running a board or anything. You don't really need all of your fingers,
I use
right?
all my fingers all the time.
I need all 10 of my fingers.
You might. I don't.
Actually, I'm trying to think.
You
What
could
is
probably
the?
lose each ring finger, right?
Well,
Maybe even the middle, too.
I'm trying to think of the minimum number of fingers I could lose and still do this job.
Pointer and thumb are probably the only two
Pointer
I
and thumb.
need.
I mean, I would to do this. I mean,
How many fingers do you need to do radio? That's the real question.
well, to run your board, you don't need any to do radio. But I mean, there's a lot of guys that don't run their own
You
board.
can get a.
I've always run my own board.
You can get
If
something that would work. You know, you could use a prosthetic to
You
run
could
the board.
lose. I bet you could lose your pinky and your ring on each finger or on each hand.
So I
'Cause
would
then
just
you
have
can
like a
still
little
run a mouse.
penguin looking thing.
You can still run a mouse with the clicking with your right hand.
Yep.
I don't know what you do with your left hand.
And
You don't
it's
wanna
not like you
know.
have to be the one running the board. You just choose to do that. If you lost, say you lose your whole arms, so
Your
you
whole arms.
yeah,
My whole arms, the
Your
one
whole
next to
arms,
it.
up to the elbow.
Yep. Well, yes, under an extreme situation,
shoulder
I
will
would.
go, yeah.
Yes, they would have to bring a board op in here, but
But
this company, I would have to lose both arms for them to put a board op in here.
And it
for
has to
my
be
show.
somehow the company's fault. Or
That's
else they'd
right.
be like, we
Yep.
gotta move in a different
Nah,
direction.
you make enough money.
Use
but
your
if
toes.
like you're a neurosurgeon and you lose a finger, that's a big deal because those are life-saving fingers, you know.
Yeah. So
So you would get paid more money, is my point.
I don't
you
know
had
if
a
he-
job that requires all your fingers.
right, the whole finger, you mean?
No, the one right next to it.
I'm not gonna ever make that joke. Don't ever team me up for that because I'm not gonna. Do
Man, she is
Not a team player.
she
Not
wants,
a team player.
She wants nothing to do with anything today.
No, it's just
God, it's like I took a dump in her soup or something.
that.
What is happening?
don't make another poop joke, Alan.
God, looking forward to tomorrow.
Listen, don't start with me, man.
Don't start with you.
The whole show is.
I haven't even been
started.
able to
It's- yeah.
start with you. I started 3.5 hours ago.
That's the problem.
I
Is that what I sound like?
don't know. I barely heard you. Hey, Rat.
Hey, little radio buddies. I'm glad everyone's doing well.
Well,
You haven't been listening to this show today.
that's a sliding scale, Rat. What's going on?
Hey, I'm glad you guys aren't super sick. I've had this influenza thing for about 7 days. Last year, I know you guys got back from that polar blast. You guys got sick.
Well, I have a head cold. Yeah, I've been off a couple days this week. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better, though. Alan, I just got a freaking new $50,000 truck, and the first sticker's going, well, the first sticker's going to say, keep on trucking.
for you.
Yep.
nice.
But the second sticker's going to be your Alan Cox Show sticker on the back of that bad
That's
boy.
what I love to hear, Rat. Thank you so much. I was behind a massive pickup truck this morning. I'm coming up the Shoreway, and I'm behind this massive black pickup truck. And I chuckled. It had Florida plates, but the only bumper sticker. I mean, this is the kind of truck you'd expect to see like a Come and Take It or some dopey 3%ers thing or something like that. All it had was a thin, small font sticker, lower right of the tailgate that said, I suck at fly fishing. And I was like, I don't know if that's a reference to something that maybe I'm not hip to, but I'm like, yeah, that's okay. This guy's owning it and not letting his truck take him out of enjoying his life. How did you end up with a new dropping $50K on a new truck, Rat?
Last June, some drunk idiot destroyed my Toyota Tacoma while it was parked on Lee
Look
Road
at
over
that.
in the Heights.
Man.
So, insurance cut me a check. It certainly wasn't a big one, but it was enough to put down, and
Was it more
get
than if you
closer.
had lost a foot or a toe?
I'm glad the guy who hit me didn't lose a foot or a toe. I dragged his bleeding butt out of that truck. He didn't know what the hell was going on.
You
I go,
did?
Bro, this was a corn-rolled gay black fella in scrubs, and he was having a panic attack trying to get his truck off of my truck, but the thing was, he was in the back of my truck pretty much.
Wait, how did you know he was gay?
Oh, as soon as I got down there and I realized he wasn't a thug banger, he started having a panic attack and he had this little lisp and he says, "Oh my God, my auntie's going to kill me. What am I doing?" and I hugged this man and put him on the curb and waited till the ambulance took him away.
Wow.
But anyways, we got a new truck out of the deal somehow. But Alan, I wanted to say something really cute. It'll cheer Mary up. My sister and her beautiful boyfriend went to St. Croix to get married a couple weeks ago. They eloped, and it was what they wanted. It was beautiful. Now, 4 months previously, my dad and stepmom and their Vietnam cruise people went to St. Croix, and I begged my parents. I begged them, said, I need you to bury something on the island so when my sister and her boyfriend get there, I can give them a treasure map. And Alan, they finally did it on their last day. They buried treasure, took a picture of it, and I gave the map to my sister and her boyfriend. And they knew exactly where the treasure was. But when they got there, the big flower planters had changed and the treasure wasn't there, Alan.
So the moral of the story is what? Don't bury treasure
I don't
halfway
know.
around.
I thought it would be very cute and fun for, them to have a little bit of me down there, but
Yeah.
oh, well.
But they didn't find the treasure.
No, they didn't. They knew exactly where it was. That island's small. They had fun looking for it, but when they went there, it was gone.
Well, at least you tried, Rat.
Yeah, can I just do a shout out? Katie and Logan, I love you forever. You're my babies. I can't imagine anyone else with my sister. Now I'm going to cry, but I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye, Rat.
All right. Thank you, Rat. There's Rat, who is...
So hard to follow.
Yeah, he's very... Try reading
He's
one of his
all over the
emails.
place. Oh,
I'm
know.
always happy when he calls because the emails, I need a decoder ring to go through those. But, okay, so he was trying to leave a little gift for the family while they went down to St. Croix. But, boy, what are you going to do? As far as vacations go, there are a lot of people who are like, oh, we love going on cruises. And, the cruise industry was hit hard by COVID. And, of course, they're trying. They seem to be back at pre-pandemic levels from what I read. But I was watching a thing specifically for today about how a group of leap year babies, they're all grown up. They're not babies now. But there are 70 people who thought, hey, you know how we should celebrate our leap year birthday is a cruise to the Bahamas. Would that ever occur to you? Hey, let's all go on a cruise to the Bahamas.
No.
Well, it occurred to
I don't
these
like
people.
boats.
Huh?
I don't like boats.
Right. You wouldn't want to be on a cruise.
Mm-mm.
I've been on a couple. That's plenty. These are Canadian leap year babies who are going on this cruise.
Like, the best parts are all things that you can just get done at a resort.
Right.
Like,
right.
I don't need to be traveling to port.
You don't have to be
I'm at a
ferried
resort,
back
I'll be
to
happy. Yeah.
We have this opportunity. We're going to celebrate a unique birthday with 69 or 70 other people celebrating on the exact same day. So this is fun. This is exciting. There seems to be a similarity of leapers, and I'm starting to see that they're happier. They're more, I don't know if you'd say aggressive, but they just love life and embrace it a little bit more.
Aggressive. They love life. They're so aggressive for life. I was reading about the lady who used to work on a cruise ship. We all know people who used to work on cruise ships. Did Mike Paramore work on a cruise ship?
He still does it.
He's pretty much all he does.
Okay. But a singer who used to work on a cruise ship went on TikTok and was like, doing like secrets of cruise ships and blah, blah, blah. And one of them jumped out at people when she said, have you ever been on a cruise ship and they announced they're going to throw a free ice cream party? And she said the reason, if you're on a cruise ship and they go, hey, tonight, free ice cream party, is that they've run out of room in the morgue. And they need the room in the reefer for the bodies. And so if that's true, she could be dragging people along. But again, there is finite space on a cruise ship, as big as they are, and they always have people who die. And some of these cruises are out for a long time.
Dude, if I die on a cruise, I'm going to put it in there. I'm like, just throw me over. Just burial at sea.
Yes. Or like Spock, shoot me out into the water. I mean, whatever it is.
Well, that was space.
I know, but space, you know.
Space and water are very different. Alan.
What?
I don't know if you knew this.
Isn't water in space? Isn't space in water? Doesn't water take up space?
No.
Space is made of water.
Oh.
That's what you're thinking.
Go ahead, Cody.
Well, I was just going to say, I was thinking about going on a cruise because gay cruises are lit. So it does not surprise me at all that people would die on a cruise because they're taking all these experimental drugs. Like, so you're sequestered in there. Like, you're with a group of friends. There's no escape. So might as well, like, try ecstasy for the first time. And I just
I
imagine.
feel like that would be the worst place.
On a place you could fall over into the ocean?
But
No,
it's not,
thank you.
You're not near the side of the boat.
Plenty of
You're
people.
in a
That's how
crowd of-
people fall over the thing. They fall off their balcony. I mean, oh my
Because
God.
it's literally a circuit party on the water. Like, if you've seen some of these, like the gay cruise footage that I've seen, it's nuts.
Right, I'm sure it is, but still, like, one of the years that we went, all 3 years we went, there were junkets. One of the years we went, it was over Halloween. And so, obviously, Halloween festivities were going to be a big part of it. And people are going crazy. And, I mean, obviously, you know, base level partying on a cruise is everybody's drunk all the time. But you combine that with people who are also sick because they had the wrong shrimp, right? I mean, they're serving the same food repeatedly because, again, they've got a finite amount of space on the ship. And so all these things mixed together. I can't ever imagine wanting to be high on a cruise ship.
No. You can't go anywhere. You're trapped. It feels like you're in a prison.
People were going crazy on this Halloween thing. And that was only one night of the cruise was Halloween night.
What do you mean going crazy? Good way or bad way?
I mean, not great. I mean, they were hammered. People are in costume. I mean, obviously, that's an extra level of difficulty. You don't know what the hell is going on. But just people who were clearly doing more than drinking. And I'm like, man, I would not want to be to Mary's point, it's like when it comes to that, you just want to get out of the way.
Floating prison.
Oh, my God. Yeah. And, you know, obviously, some cruises they've got them for every demographic. So they have them where they cater more towards, you know, families, or they cater more toward old people or whatever. And obviously, those aren't going to be that crazy. But if you're talking about a gay cruise,
yep,
there ain't going to be no families on that.
No. Not that I've seen.
They can't even make a family on one of those. So, yeah, they're going to be going crazy on that cruise. You should go.
I want to. I just need the money first.
Oh. What's what anyway? If they say, hey, free ice cream party, you know, it's because according to this lady, it's because they need the room because the morgues, it must have been a ton of ice cream parties when they got going after COVID, when they were like, hey, can we please go out? Can we go out? And we think we go. Of course, they'd go out 48 hours and it'd be a penal colony ship or whatever. Now, if they throw you a free lemon party, Bill.
Oh, God.
I'm going to look out for that, too. What's the premier gay cruise?
Lemon party.
The one that I know of.
I don't even know what that is.
Mary?
Google
What?
it.
Go to lemonparty.com.
I don't want to.
On your work computer, type in lemon
I
party.
don't have a work computer.
The
You don't have a laptop?
Pied Piper Travel is the premier agency for gay and lesbian cruises.
It's just a nice little 30 Rock callback.
The one that I knew of was Atlantis Cruise Lines.
All right.
But,
Well, that's
yeah.
probably true, too.
Gay and
You could take a
lesbians.
Mediterranean cruise. 7 nights. In Greece. Wow. You want to talk
Mykonos.
about on the nose. Caribbean and Bahamas.
I do find it weird that they're traveling to places where it's not very gay friendly. You think about that?
Well, they're not traveling to places that aren't gay friendly.
Bahamas isn't really gay friendly.
But they're not. They just want people spending tourism dollars.
I understand, but like,
Do they make it? All right, the Bahamas aren't very gay friendly. Act straight while you're down there.
Or like you go to a little stand and they're like, I don't want your gay money. Don't give me that.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah.
They just want you to buy their stuff.
I mean, it's legal down there, Cody. It's not illegal to be gay. So, you know,
I didn't know. I thought it was illegal to be.
no, not in the Bahamas. I don't think so. So, you know, if Mary was on one of them poop cruises, oof.
What's a poop cruise?
Huh?
What is a
Like
poop
when everybody
cruise?
gets sick. When
Oh,
everybody
that would
gets
be
sick.
me. I'm sure that would be
Yeah, it'd be terrible. I mean, she wouldn't want to be on there. She'd be trying to jump overboard. Oof.
me. No, I I like that idea.
That fart is so bad.
Stop. So gross, dude.
I don't know what problem you have with that. But
With the wet fart that you won't stop playing, it sounds like it makes me want to puke, dude.
Doesn't make you want to eat?
No.
Does it make you a little snacky?
No.
You're not peckish?
No, I just had fruit in the last break.
What kind of fruit?
Berries.
What kind of berries?
Mixed berries.
Huh.
Yes.
Were there any, what were they, straw, rasp, blue?
Were they $30?
Rasp, blue, and black.
Elder?
No elder. No, there's a little deli that a whole big cup of fruit is only like $8. So the cup of fruit and the wrap is like $15 together. $20 sometimes, depending on what I get. But then that's 2 dinners, 2 lunches, whatever.
Interesting. I've got to take a break. Want to send a text, 35192, Alan Cox